Most relationships are built on this one lie, that the relationship will make you happy. And I'm to tell you that that is not true. That is brought onto you by conditioning of society, which tells you, get a man, get a woman, and then you'll be happy. And that is a recipe for disaster. In this episode, we're going to dive into what a relationship actually does and what makes you happy. But first of all, welcome to the Conscious Manual, where I help you to love yourself so you can love your life and actually create the reality that you want to live. I want to start and share with my experience in relationships and how that influenced my upbringing in my life, and how I actually realized that a relationship will never make me happy. Growing up, I was always looking for love, definitely as a teenager. I didn't have a girlfriend, and I saw all the people, friends, getting girlfriends, and I was like, what is wrong with me? I feel so unhappy. There was a need. I need a woman to fulfill me, to make me feel happy. And it wasn't until 20, and then until 21, when I had my first real girlfriend, when I was together for 6 years. I was like, finally, there's actually nothing wrong with me. Now I'll be happy. And guess what? I was never happy. I was never truly happy. Maybe in the beginning, in the honeymoon phase, oh, have this woman, blah, 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 fairy tales and sprinkles, fairy dust. But underneath, there was always this feeling that I needed more, that I needed to be more. And I was always looking for other women. I was looking for other stuffs. I was looking outside of me and having addictions, binge eating addictions, because there was still this underlying emptiness, unhappiness. I thought I had this relationship, now I feel happy. And that realization I stuffed in the corner for a long time. When we broke up, this pattern repeated. Didn't get in a relationship for the next 2 years. And then when I met another woman, the same thing happened. Now I can feel happy. Now she can fill this hole within me because I need her to make me feel happy. Same thing. Ended, next woman, same thing. Next woman, same thing. And with the last one, I finally got to the bottom. Understood that no relationship will ever make me happy. Never. Because I'm always looking for it outside of me. And actually, a relationship is not here to make you happy. It is a lie. Now, where did I get that lie from? I heard a quote from my dad, I think at the beginning of the year somewhere. He said, what is life without a woman? And I looked at him and I was like, what the fuck are you saying? So he was basically saying his life is empty without his partner, without my mom. And now I understand that that's how he was raised. That's how our ancestors were raised. That was how I was raised. Work hard, get a partner, get a house, make a family, and maybe you'll retire one day, have a little bit of money left to enjoy when you're 75 or whatever. That is the old way of living that actually never made anyone happy. Because that lingering unhappiness was always there. Like I felt it. I felt it during all the relationships. No. There's so much beauty when we're together, but all of this when we're not together, and all these fears come up and unhappiness, I'm just going to stuff in a corner and never look at it. But what you put in a corner grows in the darkness until it's that big that it occupies the whole room. You cannot unsee it anymore. You need to address it. And that's what happened to me earlier this year. I finally saw that nothing outside of me can make me happy. Now, it doesn't need to be a romantic relationship, but obviously that is the most direct one that you're going to see because you're together and the connection is deeper than just a merely friendship one. But you can also have this in a friend. When you think you need to have friends to be complete, you need to have a specific friend or your best friend. Without them, you're unhappy. It's not true. You find the happiness within yourself. You need to work on yourself until you don't need a relationship anymore. When the need falls away, yes, you want one. Because why not? But not because you feel unhappy, not because there's something wrong with you, not because there's a hole inside you that needs to be filled or that you feel not whole. or incomplete or not enough. It's the opposite. You are now ready for a relationship because you have found happiness. You are happiness. You know that you are enough. You know that you are worthy. And in that state, a relationship, yeah, I would want that. But I don't need it. Can you see the big difference? I need a relationship because I feel so unhappy and unworthy. Yeah, I want a relationship, but I don't need it. I don't need you, but I want you. And then, in that state, you attract a partner that does the same thing. She or he, in my case, she, is in the same space. She is worthy. She feels worthy. She feels happy. She feels enough. And she's like, I don't need you, but I want you. I'm choosing you. I am choosing her. We are choosing each other. And the current state is then amplified. Whatever you feel in the relationship, that is amplified. So if you feel happy, the relationship will make you even more happier. But it will never make you happy when you're not already in that state. So if you go into a relationship when you are unhappy, the relationship will actually make you unhappier. Maybe not in the beginning, but undoubtedly, inevitably, wow, that's actually a difficult word. Inevitably, yeah, it will come out. The beast in the corner will come out, and it will eat your room until you address it. When you choose from a space of wholeness, when you work on yourself until you don't need a relationship anymore, then you reach inner happiness because it's all to be found inside. And then you attract a relationship if that's still what you want. Nobody's telling you that you need to have a relationship, or maybe in your culture they do. But from the inside, you don't need it. Whatever people are telling you, you still have a choice. You have the choice from the inside. Do I need this person to fulfill me, or do I just want them because I can? Because in essence, you don't ever have to have a partner. Yes, I know we are biologically created to be with a partner, to be with a person of the opposite gender. So in a way, in your biological, and this is actually also what Eckhart Tolle says in his book, The Power of Now, you will feel some kind of lack in a biological way of not having your divine counterpart, the yin yang, the feminine and the masculine. But that is purely biological. On a soul level, on an energetic level. Within, you will feel wholeness when you work on yourself to find inner happiness, to remind yourself that you are enough. You will never feel lack there when you get and you focus on that, on your inner side. So sometimes when you feel the longing towards someone else, that's your DNA coming up. And then you can just point the arrows back to yourself. When you feel the need to go outside of you, then you do the opposite. You go within. You focus on your inner state. You focus on reminding you that you are enough. You focus on reminding yourself that you are worthy. You focus on reminding yourself that I am happiness, that you are happiness. And I'm not telling you to work on yourself until you're fully healed and then you can have a relationship if you still want to. Because you will never be fully healed. And that makes you perfect. But you will feel it. You will feel it when you are in a state of, I am ready. I feel whole within, so I'm ready for a relationship in a healthy state. Because definitely, I can assure you, things will come up in a relationship. That's actually where the real healing starts or continues. Triggers will come up, wounds come up. You mirror each other. But then because you've both found wholeness and happiness and worthiness within yourself, separate from the other, you can heal together. You can go to each other in a healthy space and meet each other in the middle. You can hold space for the other instead of going in a toxic dynamic. Because you have found inner happiness, you don't rely on the other person anymore, which makes it even more powerful. And that is where true divine love is situated. Where you don't need the other to make you happy, but you choose both of each other, choose for each other. That's like mind-blowingly powerful. And then you become a third entity, a healed, united state, where you have your own life and you have a life together. And both of these amplify each other. So enjoy and find your happiness within. You will feel whether you're ready or not, whether you are now chasing other women or other men, because you don't feel whole. Now is the time to work on yourself until you don't need someone else anymore. And I'm guaranteeing you, you will get to that place. Over the last months, I was very, very clear to myself, I am not ready for a relationship. I'm not. And I've never said that before. I was always chasing. And then recently, I would say about a few weeks, I'm now ready again. I don't need a woman in my life. I want one, but I don't need it because I am happy within. And when the challenging emotions come up and I feel the longing, I go back within. I'm not pretending to be a superhuman that doesn't have emotions or doesn't feel longing or cravings outside of me. Of course I do. But then I point the arrow back to myself. And I'm inviting you to do the same. Please enjoy your own company. And remind yourself that you are epic. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.